Morning students, welcome back after a long time. Now in our starting videos, first we do the revision. Why? Because 20th July onwards your PT1 exam will start, and in PT1 we included chapter 1, 2 and 3. Chapter 1 is rational number, 2 exponents, and chapter 3 is square and square root. Okay, these three chapters we include in your PT1 exam. And starting videos we will provide you on the base of this revision, and after the revision of every chapter I will take a test. Okay students, now let's start with our topic rational number. Now let's begin with the rational numbers. What are the rational numbers? Rational numbers in form of PQ, and P and Q both are integers and Q not equals to 0. So students, why a Q not equals to 0? Because if Q is 0, then there is no meaning of this fraction, that is said to be undefined. So it always keep remember a rational number only in one case, that first in the form of PQ and second Q not equals to 0. Now then after we are going to discuss some terms of this rational number. First, positive rational number. What are the positive rational number? Positive rational number means numerator and denominator both having the same sign. That's said to be positive rational numbers. How? For example, 5 by 7. 5 by 7 is a positive rational number. Why? Here 5 and 7 both are positive integers. Then another 6 minus 6 by minus 11. This one also a positive integers. How? If we cancel minus with minus, then it becomes 6 by 11 only, and that is our positive. Another one, negative rational numbers. Negative rational number means numerator and denominator both having different sign, like minus 2 by 3. So this number said to be negative rational number. Another one, 5 minus 8. So here numerator and denominator both having different sign, so it's said to be negative rational numbers. Now the next term is equivalent. Equivalent rational number. Equivalent rational number means if a rational number, for example 2 by 3 is a rational number, if a rational number multiply with any non-zero number, okay, I repeat again, if a rational number multiply with any non-zero number, so whatever the result we are getting, that is equivalent to the previous one. So here we can say 2 by 3 is equivalent to 8 by 12. How? If we reduce 8 by 12, 4 2 is 8, 4 3 is 12. Their standard form is equal to the given one. So this situation is said to be equivalent. So we can say when a rational number multiply with non-zero number, we get their equivalent rational number. Then after the next term is standard form. A rational number said to be in standard form if A and B are integer. For example, P and Q. P and Q both integers having no common divisor other than 1. How? Here you can observe 2 by 3. 2 by 3 in standard form. So it's a standard rational number, and this is a standard form of a rational number. Why? Because 2 and 3 cannot be divided by a one single common number. Okay, so this is said to be standard form. Now then after absolute value. Absolute value of rational number. Absolute value means if we find the absolute value of any number, then we write a number without sign. This two vertical standing line is used to as a symbol of absolute. So if minus 3 by 12 and I want to find the absolute value of this one, so it will become 3 by 12 only, and this 3 by 12 is not positive and neither negative. It's said to be a neutral form. Okay, there is no sign on this number because absolute value taken the sign of a number and the number become without sign. So it is the absolute value of rational number. Now on the behalf of this one, I'm going to explain one or two questions that I have taken from exercise. For example, the question number first, part 1. Find the absolute value of minus 5 and minus 19. So simply we write this number without sign, 5 by 19. This is the absolute value of given number. If this one is the given in the form of equation like minus 7 by 4 plus minus 2 by 3 equals to absolute value 7 by 4 minus 2 by 3. How to solve this one? So these questions we can solve in separate. First is left hand side, then after right hand side. Minus 7 by 4, that's mean 7 by 4 only. Minus 2 by 3, its absolute value 2 by 3. LCM 4 3s are 12. The LCM of denominator 4 and 3 is 12. 4 3s are 12, 7 3s are 21. 3 4s are 12, 4 2s are 8. Now from here we get the final answer 29 by 12. Now come on right hand side. First we solve inside the bracket. Same LCM 12 minus 21 and minus 8, that's mean minus 29 by 12, and their absolute value if we find, then it become 29 by 12. In both case the answer is equal, so it verify. Okay students. Now then after we discuss how to represent a rational number on number line. Okay, how to represent a rational number on number line. So we have to represent 5 by 8. 5 by 8 is our rational number and we have to represent on number line. So first you draw a line and here the mark the 2. Here is O and this is A. Okay, and now whatever the OA distance you have taken on number line, divide this distance in 8 equal parts. But before you have to observe the number in form of proper fraction. Proper fractions means denominator is bigger than numerator. So that's mean this number come between in 1 only. Okay, so now divide in 8 equal part. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. According to the numerator, count this one. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 5 is here, then after 6 7. So we can say 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8, 7 by 8 and the final 8 by 8. That is 1 only. So where is 5 by 8? Here. Now we have represent our rational number on number line. Okay student. Now then after we are going to discuss the properties of rational number over addition. So first we will discuss the properties of rational number in case of addition. First property is closure property. Closure property means the sum of two rational number is always a rational numbers. Okay, I repeat again. According to the closure property, the sum of two rational numbers is always a rational numbers. For example, if the two rational numbers are a by b and c and d, If we add whatever the addition we get, if we add this two number, whatever the addition we get, that is also a rational number. So this is our closure property. Okay. Now I explain with the help of fraction number. 1 by 3 plus 2 by 6. If we take their addition, that is LCM 6, and 3 2 is 6, 2, and 4 by 6. 4 by 6 is also a rational number. Second property, commutative property. Commutative property means two rational numbers can be added in any order. That means there is no effect on order. If we change the order, then answer will remain same. I repeat again, the sum of the two rational numbers does not depend on the order in which they are added. For example, 1 by 4 plus 2 by 8. The result is, when we add this number, we get the answer 4 by 8. But if I change the order, first I write 2 by 8, then after 1 by 4, then also I will get the same answer, that is 4 by 8 only. So what we observe from here, that the sum of the two rational number does not depend on order. Answer will remain same if we change the order. Now next one is associative property. Associative property is another name is grouping property. While adding three rational numbers, they can be grouped in any order. That means if we change the group of the number, then also the answer will remain same. How? For example, we have three numbers, A plus B plus C. Okay, and then again A plus B plus C. First I make the group of B and C, but now then after I change the group, I make the group A and B, and in the both case we get the answer same. Let's with the help of one example, 5 by 6 and 3 by 5. If we solve, LCM is 30, then minus 25 plus 18, 3 by 2, here is plus, minus 7 by 30. Okay, and then after if you solve, the LCM is 30 only, and here is 45 minus 7, then after 38 by 30. From here we get, students, 38 by 30. Now move on the another side of this one. First we have to add 3 by 2 and plus minus 5 by 6, and they close under a one group, and then after we have to add 3 by 2. Now the LCM is 6, 3 plus minus minus, then 5. Okay, 2 3s are 6, then 3 3s are 9, and then after we have to add 3 by 5. From here we get 4 by 6 plus 3 by 5. LCM 30. 5 4 ja 20, 6 3 ja 18. Now what answer we get? 38 by 30, and both answers are same. So the sum of three or more rational number does not depend on the way of grouping, in which way you have grouped them. The answer will remain same. Okay. Now the next property is identity property. Identity property means we can say the another name of this property is additive property. Additive identity. According to this property, 0 is a rational number such that the sum of any rational number and 0 is the rational number itself. For example, if 0 add to any rational number or any rational number add to 0, in both cases the answer will remain same, that is number itself, rational number itself. there is no effect on answer. So this property is said to be identity property, otherwise additive identity. Now the last property, that is additive inverse. Additive inverse means we write the number with opposite sign. For example, 2 by 3 is a rational number, so its opposite is minus 2 by 3. So this is the additive inverse of given number. Another is minus 4 by 9, and the opposite is positive 4 by 9. So this property is said to be additive inverse property. Now here we have discussed the property based on addition. Now some property that we are going to discuss is based on subtraction. In case of subtraction, students, only one property work, that is closure property. Okay. When we do the subtraction of rational numbers, then here the one property work, that is closure property. Why? According to the closure property, if we subtract two rational numbers, then answer will be rational number only. Okay, so here this property work. In case of commutative and associative, this property will not work, because if we change the number and we change the order and the group, then sign will different, then it will give a different result. Okay, now today we have discussed till exercise 1.3. So students, you have to practice of exercise 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3. Okay, and if you face any doubt, then you can ask students. Thank you, students.